The man who runs the biggest bank in America got fired at 42 by his own mentor, the guy who taught him everything he knew, a man he'd worked beside for 15 years, sat him down and said, "You're done." That firing is the only reason he runs the biggest bank in America today. And he's not the only one. There's a pattern here: fired, pivoted, then built something that made the old company look small. Stick around, because I'm about to show you the exact playbook. Most people who get fired never see this. They treat it like a funeral. The smart ones treat it like a starting gun. We've been trained to think getting fired is the failure. But what if it wasn't a verdict on you? What if it was the closest thing to permission you'll ever get? Jamie Dimon's story hurts to even read. In 1998, he was the rising star of Wall Street, president of Citigroup, handpicked by Sandy Weil, his mentor, the man who'd built the place. 15 years they'd worked together. 15. Then one day, Dimon gets summoned to a meeting with Weil and the other CEO, John Reed. And he's asked to resign. His own mentor. His own team. Just like that. That's not being fired. That's being erased by someone who taught you the game. That kind of firing doesn't just cost you money. It costs you your story. The narrative becomes, he must have done something wrong. Dimon later said it felt like a death in the family. Most people in that situation disappear. They find a smaller job. They go quiet. Dimon didn't. Within a couple of years, he's running another bank full-time. That bank merges with JP Morgan Chase. And by 2006, the guy who got erased is the CEO, running the direct competitor, running the biggest bank in the country. If Dimon's story is revenge through patience, this next one is revenge through pure, cold calculation. In 1981, Michael Bloomberg is 39 years old. He spent 15 years at Salomon Brothers. And on a Tuesday, he gets fired, handed a $10 million severance check. What do you do with $10 million when the thing you built your identity around just disappeared? You go to the beach. You retire. You feel sorry for yourself with an ocean view. That's the normal move. Bloomberg did something else. He took that severance, the very money Salomon gave him to go away, and used it to start a company, Bloomberg LP, a financial data business selling information to the same Wall Street that just showed him the door. The company that fired him accidentally funded its own competition. That's the revenge pivot in its purest form. You take the severance, the skills, the contacts, and the anger, and you point all of it back at the old company's market. Today, his terminals sit on the desks of everyone who ever doubted him. And the man? Billionaire, 3-term mayor of New York. Not bad for a Tuesday. You already know this last one, but not framed this way. Steve Jobs gets pushed out of Apple, the company he co-founded, by the CEO he himself hired, John Sculley. He's 30 years old, publicly humiliated. The board sides against him. He walks away from the company with his name on the door. Most people would go start something small and stay bitter. Jobs starts Next, a computer company with no market, and buys Pixar, an animation lab that's burning money. From the outside, it looks like he's lost it. He keeps building. He doesn't chase revenge directly. He builds better things for 10 years, while Apple slowly stalls. Apple needs new software. They buy Next and bring Jobs back. The fired guy returns to run the company that cast him out, and the rest is the most successful corporate turnaround in history. The iPhone, the modern Apple. None of it happens if he stays bitter and small. The revenge wasn't a lawsuit or a tweet. The revenge was becoming undeniable. 3 men, 3 firings, 3 pivots. Here's the playbook underneath all of it, in 3 moves. 1. The firing is capital. Bloomberg got money. Jobs got time. Dimon got proof of what he was capable of. It's not a loss. It's a reason to stop waiting. 2. You already know the old company's weak spot because you used to work inside it. So you don't start from zero. You aim your skills straight at the gap they left open. 3. You don't outshout them. You outbuild them. Jobs didn't spend 10 years complaining about Apple. He built until he was too good to ignore. Anger gets you started. The work is what wins. So the question isn't, why did this happen to me? The question is, what's the market they just freed you to attack? You don't need to get fired to run this playbook. You can decide, right now, to treat your current situation as the firing, the job you're stuck in, the idea you keep postponing, the blank page. Stop waiting for permission that was already granted the first time someone told you no. Build from zero. Aim at the gap. Become undeniable. If this hit home for you, you already know what to do. Start the thing you've been putting off this week with one concrete step. And if you want more stories of people who turned rock bottom into a business, make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you in the next one.